Hi, Virgo. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today for September's reading, monthly reading, we're going to take a look at you, your person, and your twin, and the soulmate, because you got two people at this time, most of you. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So this reading is called the love triangle, okay? Because it's between you and the two people you're going to have to choose from, all right? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, here we go. So the overall energy for this monthly reading is the Seven of Swords. This could talk about planning, but the first thing I get is deception, okay? Lies, somebody not being honest, being truthful. For all we know, Virgo, this could be about you not being truthful with yourself. We're going to clarify to see what this is, okay? Underneath this is the Page of Cups. It's a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Pisces energy, okay? So you may have Pisces placements, or your person may have. This can talk about a love offer, a very small one coming along with an apology, all right? Although if this is talking about your twin, I would be very surprised if this person actually apologized to you. If there is anything resembling an apology, they're going to completely dance around it, okay? Then we've got the Four of Pentacles showing up here. This can talk about, jealousy, like trying to hang on, and I feel like this is representative of your twin trying to hang on to your energy, trying to stay in your energy, trying to not let you go because they feel you moving on, okay? Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit is telling you destiny is knocking, okay? Your new person is coming in, and they're being represented by the Chariot, which is Cancerian energy. So I feel like both your people may have water placements, but this is talking about this person coming in, not playing around, and ready to be with you, okay? And then you're going to have to make this choice that we keep talking about with the Two of Wands. All right. So we're going to start, like I said, by clarifying the Seven of Swords. One moment. Okay, so to clarify the Seven of Swords, you're confused about what is going on in this situation, okay? I feel like, you thought you knew what was happening when you came together with this twin, or when it just overall in your love life, and just things just fell apart, okay? You've been backstabbed, all right? And then ghosted, all right? And this person that backstabbed you and ghosted you is watching you. They're trying to see what you're doing. They're looking for updates, okay? They may be, like I said, frequenting places that you go to, trying to find you to see what's going on in your life, because it's like they want that control over you. And I feel like, you're giving them the middle finger, letting them know, no, it's not going to go like that. You don't get to just come in and out of my life and do whatever the hell you want to do. But I feel like that's what's up with this person. That's what they want. That's what they get off on, is control and attention. Okay. Then we've got the love card showing up here. Spirit is telling you somebody new is coming in. This is going to be an unconditional love. This is also about you learning how to love yourself, so that people start to show up in your life the way that you're wanting them to, the way you deserve. Okay. This is about affection, attraction, selflessness. These are things that are describing your person. They're going to be very affectionate, very attracted to you, and very selfless, wanting to give to you just to be with you, not looking for anything in return. Okay. All right. So the first placement we're going to talk about represents your feelings for the twin flame. So we've got the Empress card and the Queen of Cups. Okay. So the Empress is Taurus, Libra energy. Queen of Cups for me is Scorpio. But like I said, it can talk about water placement. So Cancer and Pisces as well. when these two cards are showing up, what I feel like is this is talking about, your person needs to open up. And I feel like that's what this is saying, is that you're tired of the bullshit. You're tired of the games. You're tired of the lying, Virgo, and you're ready for this person to either put up or shut up, to damn give you the answer and let you know how they feel about you, or to just keep it pushing. Okay. So let me clarify. This is, like I said, it's about them opening up. You're wanting them to open up. That's how you feel about them. Okay. Spirit is saying, it's going to, you got to be patient, okay, with this person, because they're way behind you when it comes to healing, okay? And with this, because a lot of you been on this earth longer than this person, okay? So you've had a lot more chances to work on yourself than this person is. But I feel like with this person, they just don't want to do it. That's what I think it is, that they're lazy. They've been coasting by on what the hell they've been doing all their lives, and they're okay with continuing to do that. Okay. So they've got guilt wounds that they need to heal. So this is talking about them feeling sorry. They use guilt to try to manipulate you. And, they're afraid to set boundaries. So they could be telling you all kind of stuff, giving you pie in the sky. Yeah, I just want to be with you, is this and this and that. And, telling you the stuff and mirroring back to you what you were telling them when the two of you were getting to know each other. And it just blew up in their face because you realized that they were wearing a mask and they weren't being honest. Okay. But Spirit is telling you to have faith, because love is coming. You have somebody that is about to show up in your life that's going to transform your world, Virgo. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the feelings that you have for the soulmate, we've got the Eight of Cups and the Temperance card. Okay. So I feel like this is talking about your need to walk away from this other person and balance yourself out in order to have this connection, because this person is a soulmate, because that's why the Temperance card is showing up. But in order for you to prepare for this love, I feel like that's what Spirit is talking about. That right now, the concentration is not on how you feel about them, but it's on what you need to do in order to bring about this manifestation. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Temperance and the Eight of Cups. Yeah. Temperance and the Eight of Cups. I just did Leo's reading, and they got the same card. Okay, the pictures card. This is Spirit saying you need to look back in the past and learn from what happened. Learn from what happened with this twin. Okay, learn from what has happened in other relationships that you had, because I don't feel like this pattern just jumped up all of a sudden, occurred in this connection. I feel like for a lot of you, it's been some type of repeating pattern that's been happening throughout your life. Okay, because the twin has lessons that they need to learn here. Okay, in this situation. Let me get a card for the new person. Soulmate, please. Okay, your soulmate may be going through some things, okay, themselves, because this is talking about, an ending. The relationship is over, no second chances. What's dead is dead. So, like I said, when this person comes into your life, Virgo, it's going to be a situation where they have gone through similar things as you, not necessarily a twin flame connection, but someone who was not treating them the way they deserve to be treated. So they're going to understand where you're coming from when they step into your life. Okay. All right. The next card we're going to talk about is the twin flames feelings for you. So we've got the Five of Pentacles. Okay. It showed up here with the ghosting card. So this person feels left out in the cold. They feel like you may have ghosted them, because like I told you, you're not about the bullshit, Virgo. I feel like you just like, enough of this crap, enough of these lies, enough of you doing whatever the hell it is you doing, and you tired of it. Okay. So this person is beginning to realize, if they haven't already realized, that they need to balance themselves out. They've got some work to do, but I don't know if they're going to want to do it. If they're, like I said, I feel like this person, like I told you, they've been coasting all of their lives. Okay. And with you, I feel like you bring this person joy, but they're so, I hate to use that word, but that's what Spirit is giving me. They have been so damaged throughout their life. And when I say damaged, I don't mean it as in the person is a lost cause. I'm not saying that. I'm saying at this time, so many things have happened to them, and I feel like they're so overwhelmed with what has happened to them because they haven't tried to fix it till at this point they really, it's going to take a lot for them to get to where they need to go. Okay. And so we've got the shock card. Okay. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise. And I just feel like, this person is shocked that you turned away from them, that you wasn't putting up with their bullshit, because I feel like the people that have been around them have been coddling them and allowing them to act whatever kind of way they want to act. And so they feel like that's what everybody gonna do. Everybody gonna treat them, the way they gonna treat them, and they gonna act crazy and do whatever they want to do, and they just gonna get a pat on the back and just get to move on. But like I said, I feel like you shocked the hell out of them because you was like, no, buddy, I'm not doing this. I'm not putting up with this. Okay. All right. So next card represents your feelings. I mean, the soulmate's feelings for you. So we got the Six of Swords. This is talking about, moving on, going from rough waters to calm waters. I feel like this person has a lot of respect for you because they see what you've gone through, or they're going to see what you've gone through with the Six of Swords, that you're not someone who has not had their share of hard times. Okay. And then we've got the inspiration card here. Spirit is saying that this person, you inspire this person to want to be better, and I feel like they inspire you as well. Okay. So this person, is stepping into their warrior energy if they're not already in it. This is the soulmate. Okay. We ain't talking about the twin, we talk about the soulmate. This is somebody, like I said, who's going to come in and be that divine masculine or divine feminine that you're needing in your life. Okay. Then we've got the knowledge card. This is talking about, them possibly trying to focus on learning more about this connection, because you surprised this person when they saw you for the first time. Like their mouth fell open. They had soul recognition. They you feel familiar to them, and they realized that, you have the potential of being, their life partner. Okay. So we've got self-indulgence here. Spirit is telling you to take the time to focus on your self-worth and your value. Okay. Do shadow work. Have self-appreciation, because in order for you to get that back from somebody else, Virgo, you got to have it for yourself. You got to love on yourself, because that's what caused the change for me in my life when I started to love myself, because I was here for a long time and never loved myself the way I should have. And once I started to do that, that's when my life changed. Okay. All right. So this last card, the outcome, is the World. Okay. This is all signs. It's talking about the ending of a cycle. It's also talking about you overcoming your challenges, your personal challenges, in order to open up these new doors and opportunities for yourself. And the number one personal challenge Spirit is talking about is you moving on from this twin flame. Okay. And realizing that you need to move on and it's time for something new. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. So for you, we have the Secret card. Let's see what this card, what Spirit is saying about this card. Can you clarify the Secret card, please, Spirit? Use this deck. Okay. Just like the moon, Spirit. Oh, it shouldn't be upside down. Spirit does not want to tell me what it is. They just say synchronicities that you're being guided towards. I feel like, you know what this is? I feel like this is talking about how this person is going to come in, that it's supposed to be a surprise, and so you'll see numbers and all those things about this thing, but when this person comes in, it's going to be out of nowhere. This is going to be someone who romances you. Okay. Who gives you all the things you've been wanting in a relationship. Okay. But when it comes to the twin is trying to learn how to forgive themselves and how to forgive other people. I feel like for a lot of you, this person is still angry at you because they feel like it's you. All of it was your fault. I'm not saying that that's how they feel. Okay. This is their perception. Doesn't mean that's what reality is. It's just how they perceive things. Okay. And then we've got the wedding rings card. So this new person okay? It's going to come in and sweep you off your feet, and you have the potential to have union and marriage with this person, an everlasting love. This is going to be somebody very devoted, okay? A beautiful soul connection, okay? All right, so now we're going to get some messages from the twin, then we'll get some messages from the new person or the soulmate, and then we'll get messages from spirit. Okay, from the twin. Why do I deserve someone like you? Like I told you, this person's got massive self-worth issues. We talk about all the time how, they sit back and question why you even have feelings, the feelings you have for them. And then they're suppressing. With drugs and alcohol, it could be anything else. Food, it could be, working too much, anything. Because I feel like for a lot of you, this person does like work themselves, grind themselves out into the ground so that they don't think about you, okay? And then look, they can't take it anymore, okay? But when they lay down to go to sleep, all the thoughts of you come in. Like I said, they may look at old text messages, if y'all got voicemails, emails, anything like that. They look at your social media. I feel like they spy on you, specifically at night. That's when all the thoughts come rushing in, okay? So we're going to get a message from the soulmate, see what they want to tell you. Okay, soulmate. There is only you in my mind and in my heart. So there's nobody else for this person. This person only wants to be with you, okay? We've got your honesty and vulnerability scares me and allures me at the same time, okay? So like I said, this is going to be a very honest and very vulnerable relationship between the two of you. There will be no game playing, no breadcrumbing, no ghosting, none of that shit, leaving people out in the cold. This is a grown-up relationship, okay? And then we've got, even though we are so different, I feel so connected to you, okay? So there is like, this person already feels close to you. You already feel like home to them, all right? Okay, so before you go, we're going to get one more message from spirit, okay? Okay, let's see what they want to tell you. So Virgo spirit. So we've got look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So that's what this, when we talk about that pictures card, like you looking back in the past, that's what spirit is saying, just to look back and figure out what is going on with you, okay? And why you're feeling the way you're feeling, why certain things are playing out the way that they're playing out, because it's only through understanding and through us going back and looking at stuff like that. That's the only way we're going to understand why things happen the way that they did, and understand our own motivations, okay? All right, Virgo, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on between you and your you and your love life, all right? See who comes through. It's supposed to be for the new person, but I can't guarantee that your twin's not going to come through, because they still come through in my readings, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started, okay? Here we go. Okay, here we go. Virgo, overall energy for this week's reading is the Knight of Swords. This is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. With this Knight of Swords, this is talking about, remember, as I've told you before in the past, the Knight can mean two different things, okay? So I feel like for you, this is talking about you leaving the connection with the twin, right? Leaving. But for the twin, it's them, trying to come back in, and we're focusing on the new person, all right? So with the new person, this is someone new coming in out of nowhere, okay? This person's going to come in when you least expect it, okay? Underneath this, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is talking about you standing in your independent energy, being in your independent era, where you're able to take care of yourself and come from a place of independence, come from a place of power, and make your decisions from that place. That's what Spirit wants you to do, because that's when you make the best decisions. Okay. All right. It's kind of like how they say, what is it I'm trying to figure out how to put this the right way. Like how they tell you don't make decisions when you're angry, right? You don't make decisions when you're angry because you make a lot of impulsive decisions, right? Sometimes that's this energy, the Knight of Swords energy, right? And then when you calm down and you look at things from a different frame of mind, you're like, oh God, what did I do? I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited until I calmed down. So I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. Stand in your power and choose who you want to be with from that place, so that you make sound decisions and you're able to look at the entire picture and know what's going on. Okay. Then we've got the Queen of Cups showing up here. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When this card shows up for me, it is Scorpio. So you may have Scorpio placement, your person may have, okay, or you both could be. Both could have. With the Queen of Cups, this is talking about having a lot of love. I feel like the new person coming in is going to have a lot of love for you. I also feel like this is a double message for you, Virgo, saying that you need to make sure that you keep your heart open when it comes to love, okay? Because you went through a lot of stuff with this twin, okay? You walked away from them with the Eight of Cups, okay? They breadcrumbed you, left you out in the cold, did all this crap, and so now they're wanting to make amends. But I feel like you're going to keep walking with this Eight of Cups. You're headed towards your Nine of Cups, which is your wish fulfillment, and then you're trying to get to the 10, which is that happy family, the love, all of those things with this new person that's coming in. Okay. Then we've got the Four of Cups here. This was a missed opportunity between you and the twin. Okay. And I feel like they're trying to come back and have a second chance. But I don't think for a lot of you, you're wanting to do that, because you're sitting in the Nine of Wands energy. Okay. The wounded warrior. And I think you feel like, you've had it up to here with this person. And I feel like you don't want to deal with their antics anymore. All right. So we are going to start by clarifying this Knight of Swords. Yeah, see that? That twin sat there all that time and didn't say anything to you, and now they're going to try to walk in and want to say something at the 11th hour when you're moving on with someone else, okay? All right. Okay, so the card we have to clarify the Knight of Swords is conclusion. So I feel like this is Spirit just clarifying that for you, you've had enough of this relationship with this person. You're not wanting to be with them anymore. You're done with them. All right. Let me get one more card here. Knight of Swords. Ooh. Yeah. See, this person is this is talking about the twin. This person is codependent. This is somebody who's obsessive, okay? And, they want to possess and control you, okay? They're emotionally blocked, all right? All they do is focus on things logically. They sit up and think about ways. They watch you and think about ways. The reason why they watch you, let's talk about this. The reason why they watch you is because they're trying to get the upper hand. They're trying to figure out how they can get back into your life and dominate you, because they feel like when the two of you were together for however long that was, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 years, however long it was, I feel like, they felt like they had the upper hand, whether they did or they didn't. They felt like they did, okay, because they knew how you felt, okay? They know how they feel, but they kept you in the dark and you didn't know anything, okay? All right, so the first card we're going to take a look at represents the situation. So we've got the Six of Wands here. This talks about recognition, all right? Being in the spotlight, okay? You could be like getting a promotion or some type of glow up in when it comes to your career. This could also represent, you being in a place right now where you're about to have your dream lover come into your life. That's another reason why this Knight of Swords is showing up, because remember I told you they're going to come in out of nowhere. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, so this is going to be a situation where you and this person, you and this new person are going to compromise with each other. Okay, this is talking about in the areas where you don't see eye to eye. Okay, but I feel like for the majority of you, most of the things with you and this person, you think a lot alike. I feel like you have a lot of like very similar hobbies, things that you like to do together. You think a lot alike. You have a lot of the same morals and values, but the places where you don't see eye to eye, I feel like that's where the compromise comes in. All right. We've got the solitude card here. This is talking about, I feel like both you and the new person that you've sat down, taken the time to think about what it is you really want out of a relationship. And I feel like that's why this compromise card is showing up as well. Okay. All right. So the second card we're going to take a look at represents the challenge in the connection. So we've got the Hermit card here. This is your energy. Okay. It could represent the older person in the connection. I feel like it is talking about you, whether you're older or not. It is talking about you moving through this situation, going into your hermit mode, right? Having that solitude, contemplating, thinking a lot about what happened, learning from the situation, taking those lessons from that and moving forward. Okay, let's clarify. Hermit. Okay, so we've got the fall here. So you may be coming out of hermit mode in the fall, which is pretty much right now. So maybe by the end of the mid or the end of fall, you'll be done with your hermit mode. But you got to make sure you're healing. Make sure all the triggers that this twin set off, you're healing those things so that you don't bring that residue from that last connection into the new connection. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at represents the guidance from spirit. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The sun is in the card too. So spirit is saying to have patience, okay? This is about reevaluating, I feel like, all areas of your life, not just your love life, because when you have these changes occur in your life and you have this new person come into your life, they're going to affect all areas of your life, your career, other relationships, all of these things. It's not going to just be the relationship between you and them, okay? I also feel like they're going to help you to heal and help you to move away from the connection you had with the twin. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. But spirit is saying, you got to be patient because things take time. Okay. So we've got the crossroads card here. This is talking about, you having to make a decision, right? So that's where the reevaluation comes in. You need to really think about what each person is offering you. Because like I told you, the twin is going to come back and they are going to want to try again with you. And I know a lot of you, you like, no, not trying to hear, but spirit wants you to listen to what this person is saying, not so you can say, yeah, okay, let me finish. They want you to listen to what this person is saying, show compassion. And I know y'all are like, why the hell should I show compassion? Because this person didn't show compassion to me. I know that, but tit for tat, it just, let me tell you, when you tit for tat, it just keeps going, keeps escalating, keeps escalating, and nothing good ever comes from it. You got to show this person that, you are on a higher level than them. Okay. You have leveled up and glowed up more than they have because you've been at this way longer than they have. Okay. And that's why I think it's so crazy that they come in acting like they think they're better than you when deep down inside they have like all these self-worth issues. And I told you, they lay in bed at night and question Virgo, why does Virgo want to be with me? Because they don't even love themselves. So how are they going to be able to accept your love, or how are they going to be able to understand why you have feelings for them? Okay. So you're going to sit at this you're sitting at this crossroads. This person is going to come back. Okay. And they're going to come back more than likely after you've chosen to be with the new person, like maybe the same day or the day after the two of you commit to each other. Okay. When this happens, spirit is wanting you to listen to what this person has to say, not because of them. It's because of you, Virgo, because This is about you closing the door completely. Okay. So this is for you to get your closure, because you know I always advocate doing your own closure, right? So that whether this person comes back or not, you've gotten your closure and can move on. But in this case, in this twin flame situation, Spirit is wanting you to listen to what this person has to say, and then for you to make your choice. And their recommendation for you is to choose the new person and not the old person, because the new person is all about you, and that's what you want. You want someone who's going to put you on that pedestal, someone who's going to, prioritize your needs and the relationship above all else, because I feel like you've been getting the reverse, the opposite in the past. People that put everything in front of you except for you, okay? Except for you and the relationship. So this is about you making the choice and also showing the compassion, because you don't want to turn the karma back on yourself. And showing a little compassion, it's not going to kill you. I know you don't want to do it. When I first heard that and they were telling me to do that, I was like, I don't want to do that. Why I need to do that or whatever. But this is about you doing things the right way, okay? Because you're trying to move on with somebody else. You want to be happy. You don't want to reap any of this person's karma, okay? Because the only reason they're coming back in is because they feel you moving on, all right? They still got feelings for you. They don't understand why, how the hell, you have the audacity to move on without them, okay? And why you not hurting and you not, sitting in the same type of energy they're sitting in. But what they don't realize is this is their karma for messing with you like they did, okay? So that's why Spirit is telling you all of these things, okay? Because this person, it's their karma to get rejected by you, like like they rejected you, okay? Like they rejected you in the beginning. That's what this is about, okay? But it's also about you moving through things the proper way, because if you close it out the right way, you don't ever have to look back and question and wonder if you did the right thing, or so on and so forth, okay? All right, so card number 4, we're going to take a look at, represents the focus. So we've got Judgment. This is Scorpio energy. Spirit is talking about, having second chances. This can also speak of like you focusing on not trying to judge this person, even though what they did was crazy. I'm not saying what they did was right, but being the bigger person has a lot to do with how you handle people who mistreat you, okay? And so I feel like this is also part of the lesson, okay? You got to think about, because we all step wrong, we all do wrong things, okay? At the end of the day, and you got to think about, if it was you that did all this stuff, I know you wouldn't do it. I know you're sitting back saying you wouldn't do it, but when you step wrong, you got to think about the type of grace you want somebody else to give you, okay? Because whatever way you treat this person, you're going to set whatever karma that comes from that, you're going to set it in motion for yourself. And we're trying to prevent that, because the person already hurt your feelings. They already dragged you. They already, breadcrumbed you, abused you, did all this stuff. So don't set something up to reap something that they're supposed to get, because, that's the purpose of you healing. Because when you heal, you won't want to do it. You won't even care about the person like that. Because that's what I tell everybody. I'm at the point in my life to where, I wish the person the best. I wish them the best. I don't wish anything bad on them. But it's a situation where they always talk about love and hate, and hate is not the opposite of love. It's indifference. And that's the energy I'm sitting in now, is indifference, because I've healed what I needed to heal. And I don't, what went down. I thank them for the lesson, the things that they taught me, because I went through all of that, I am now about to step into a beautiful relationship with a beautiful man. So when I think about all that, it just make me want to put down the gun, wave the white flag. I don't care, because I got something else going on. Okay. This afforded me a chance to have what I've always wanted to have. So you got to look at it like that, Virgo. You got to look at it like that, and just, do what you need to do and just move on. Okay. So you can have that closure for yourself, because a big part of closure is how you handle things. Okay. Because if it turns into some type of screaming match, or you're going at it with this person, so on and so on, so on and so forth, you're not really going to get closure, because then that shows you're still angry. And so if you're not wanting to show compassion or to just do it because you just want to be, you just want to be done with it, and to just handle the situation the proper in the proper way, if you're not wanting to do that, that means you still have some healing to do, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay, like I said, I'm not in no way taking up for this person. I'm trying to stop you from dealing with unnecessary karma, because you already got hurt. Why do you want to reap something else and have something else happen to you because of this person? Because a lot of things have already happened to you because of this person. Okay, all right, so the card that we have to clarify is admired. This is the new person. I feel like the new person is devoted to you. They really admire you, and I feel like how you handle this is going to add to that admiration. Okay, so you got to think about that too. All right, because the person that you're coming into a new relationship with, this person is healed, this person is balanced, they've been through something similar. Like I said, not necessarily a twin flame connection, but they've been through something with someone where they had somebody mistreat them and do them wrong, just like you. And so they're going to understand where you're coming from. Okay, and the amount of healing you do, that's going to be telling to how you treat this person. Okay, because like I said, once you heal it fully, you'll feel free. You'll feel like you can just let this person go, the old person go, and just be like, that was a damn mess. I learned what I had to learn, and I'm moving on. Okay, all right, so when it comes to the outcome, there you go, King of Wands. This is your person, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Like I said, you got bigger fish to fry, Virgo. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. You got this hunk of burning love, or change it. If you're a male watching my channel, change it to suit you. This is a woman, okay? A hunk of burning female here, okay? But you got somebody coming towards you who is very attractive. This person has a lot of options. Okay, they may be in the spotlight some type of way as well, because we had the Six of Wands show up, and it could be one or the both of you in the spotlight. This is your dream lover. Okay, and so if you had to go through some hell with the gasoline drawers on in order to get to this person, it's worth it. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. This is worth it, because this is going to be someone who will end up being your life partner if that's what you choose. Someone who is going to commit to the connection. They've already committed to the connection. Okay, because for a lot of you, this person is already in love with you, and so you want to have this. I feel like this is what you deserve. But in order for you to do it, it's like you gotta. It's nothing comes for free. You gotta maneuver a certain way. Spirit is telling you what you need to do, and so you got to think about that. Okay. All right. Let's clarify, because this is going to be somebody very protective. They gonna have your damn back. That's why I said that twin better sit their asses down, because this new person is not about somebody playing around with you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This person is everything you could ever want in a relationship. I'm not saying that they don't have flaws like everybody else, okay, and that they'll never step wrong, but the two of you will have a meeting of the minds. Like I said, you'll think a lot of alike. This person will have a lot of compassion and caring and love for you, and it's what you deserve, right? So Spirit is telling you to focus on your self-worth, okay? Because this is about, at the end of the day, how you treat other people is very telling of how you feel about yourself. Because it's like, I'm not going to get, it's the energy, I'm not going to get down and dirty with you because I'm above that type of thing. Not that you feel like you better than this person, although some of you may feel like that. It's not about that. It's about you loving yourself and having respect enough for yourself to not go there. Because think about it. You get upset, you get angry, you get all this way. Like I said, it's very telling that you haven't healed. Okay. It's also about how you end up feeling. Because when you get angry, your blood pressure, gets up. They say it's like all these things happen to your body when you get upset. So you got to think about that. This person is not worth all of that. Okay. They did what they did, and I feel like they got their pound of flesh. Don't give them any more, is what I feel like Spirit is trying to say. Okay. So this is about you loving yourself, because the more you love yourself, the more this King of Wands or Queen of Wands is going to love on you. Okay. All right, because like I said, this person can be with anybody they want to be with, Virgo, and they want to be with you. Okay, so like I said, this is a reward. This is someone who is like, you know, what they say, A1, how they say A1 credit. This is an A1 person that's wanting to be with you. And I'm not saying you not A1 too, because you got to be a mirror reflection for this person to come in and the two of you to be together. But you want to carry yourself in, you know, you're A1 and you want to carry yourself like that is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna get some message from the new person. I was gonna use a different deck, but in all the readings that I've done so far, when I try to use this other deck, the twin keeps coming out. So I'm going to use the soulmate messages deck again. I'm going to get another deck because the twin won't. They just keep trying to say stuff because they know you don't want to be bothered with them again. Oh, let me say this. There was a video that I put up yesterday that's talking about this twin. You want to be careful with this twin because mine, I found out, has been when I go to sleep at night. Remember, I tell y'all, this person lays in bed at night, and this is when they think about you. They do whatever they can to numb themselves throughout the day, and then at night, when it's time to go to bed, I'm pointing at my bed. when they want to go to bed, they're laying in the bed thinking about you, thinking about, you know, like I told you, why you love them, all these things, plotting, thinking about what they can do to try to get you back. This person, my old twin, has been siphoning my energy at night. Okay. And the way I know this has been happening is because I'm waking up in the middle of the night. I don't get a full night's restful sleep. I'm tossing and turning at night. I'm having weird, funky dreams, all these things. And Spirit is letting me know that this person is latching on because they feel me moving on. They feel my energy moving towards the new person. And now they're getting desperate, they're panicking, and they're trying to latch onto my energy. So I'm letting y'all know this because if this is happening to you, if you feel like this, you feel like you're not getting your rest, you feel like you're dragging during the day, all this type of stuff, it may be happening to you. So what Spirit is saying is that every morning when you get up, you need to cut cords. You need to cut the cords. And the cords I'm talking about, these are cords that anybody can latch on to you. The other cords that I talk about that can't be cut, that I say can only be cut by God and your spiritual team, those cords are like soul contract cords. Those are different cords. These cords I'm talking about are like anybody that's come into your life that you've had some type of relationship with, you know, that people that aren't there in your life anymore, those are somebody that you need to cut cords to, because, you know, these people can still be siphoning your energy and you don't know. But it's the twin that's doing it because they're trying to hang on to you because they feel you fading away, and they still have feelings for you, and they're wondering why the hell you don't have feelings for them. But like, as I just said earlier, it's because that's part of their karma, is for you to move on and not be caring about the situation anymore, and for them to be sitting and hurting just like you did. Okay, it's like everything that you went through, they're going through it now. That's why I tell y'all, don't be trying to get revenge, because like I told you, when Spirit get it, when that karma hits them, it is worse than anything you could ever do to them. Worse than anything, because like I said, think about it. Just like, think about how you hurt and this person was walking away from you or out in the streets dealing with other other females or other women, if it was a guy or whatever, and doing all this kind of crap, and how you felt lonely and alone and you hurting and you got to go through all this stuff by yourself. The same thing is happening to them now, and they see you moving on, they feel you moving out of their energy, and they don't know what to do. And so they're freaking out and flipping out and trying to maintain that attachment any kind of way they can. So like I said, when you wake up, cut the cords. Also, before you go to sleep, if you have sage or Palo Santo or something like that, you want to clear out your room, clear out your energy, and you want to imagine a white light around you. Ground yourself before you go to sleep, and make sure you let your spiritual team know you don't want anybody coming into your energy while you're asleep. You're not giving anybody permission to be in your energy, because like I said, this person is trying to be sneaky and do whatever they can. Okay. All right. So let's get to the messages from your new person. So we've got, wow. So this is what real love feels like. Okay. So like I said, this person, they're already in love with you. They're already there. That's what I like about it, is it ain't no, you still going to have to get to know each other. I'm not saying that that's not part of it, but it's like you get to skip all that awkward phase where you know you're not sure how they feel, they not sure how you feel. You both already got feelings for each other, okay? Then we've got your honesty and vulnerability scares me and allures me at the same time, okay? We got a lot of messages from them. I never believed in soulmates, but then I met you, okay? Then we've got your voice has a therapeutic effect on me. I could listen to you for hours. So this is going to be somebody, you and them are going to, depending on where they are, where you are, because this could be a long distance relationship for some of you, you know, even if it's not, I feel like, you know, you and this person are going to have a lot of long conversations with each other and really pour your hearts out to each other, because this person, I feel like, is going to feel very familiar to you. They're going to feel like home. You're going to want to open up to them, okay? But like I said, this person's going to meet you where you are, and if you're still hurting or still trying to get over the old person, this new person is going to be okay with that, okay? They're going to be willing to go at your pace, all right? Then we've got, I'm so proud of everything you do, okay? Like I said, this is not just about, you know, lust and sex and all this. It's a lot of love involved in this too. Like, there's nothing wrong with lust, there's nothing wrong with sex, but I feel like that's all the twin was about. Even though they had feelings for you and they loved you, they denied those. And they were all about just wanting to get whatever the attention and, you know, you and the control and, you know, wanting to keep you stuck there so they could come in and out as they please. Okay. Then we've got, see, I love our deep conversations. They open up my mind. Okay. So this is going to be somebody where you tell them something and then months down the line they're going to mention it and you're going to be like, how in the hell did you remember that? But this person like is like an active listener. They really listen to everything that you say. Okay, they admire you and are devoted to you and care about you so much. To everything that comes out of your mouth is like a nugget of gold for them. Okay, all right, so now we're going to get some messages from spirit before I let you go. Okay. Okay, so we've got true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Okay, so this is going to be unconditional love. This person's going to love you if your hair's standing up on your head, if you don't have no hair, if you're sick, if you're having a good day, if you're having a bad day, whatever's going on, this person is going to love you. It's not going to be any shallow love or, you know, if you're big or small, if you're short or tall, no matter what is going on with you, this person is always going to love you and you're going to feel the same way about them. Okay. Then we've got abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Okay. Last card, denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. Okay. All right. Virgo, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Virgo. Hi, Virgo, and welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we are going to take a look at what's going on in your love life. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, so the overall energy for this reading is the Emperor. Okay, this is Aries energy. It is talking about, you see what it says at the bottom? It says, I make empowered choices. Okay, so like I said, it's Aries energy. This is talking about like a boss energy. You could be sitting in this energy. This could be talking about the new person. We're going to clarify to see. Okay, then we've got the Five of Pentacles showing up. This is talking about feeling left out in the cold. The affirmation, though, says, I am supported and never alone. So if you have been feeling left out in the cold, Spirit is telling you you're always supported. You have a beautiful spiritual team behind you, Virgo, that has your back. Okay. But this could be the twin feeling like this because you may have turned your back on them. Okay. Then we've got the Page of Cups showing up here. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This card is Pisces, and at the bottom it says, I am as young as I choose to feel. But in this case, I'm glad. The reason why I'm laughing is because that's not what what Spirit is saying with this card. This is someone who is very immature, someone who, you know, is childish, who does not know how to handle relationships, someone who is all about, you know, very selfish, all out for self. Okay. They may be coming in trying to offer you, give you a love offer that comes along with an apology. Okay. Then we've got the Strength card here. This is Leo energy. It can talk about holding yourself back. So I feel like at this point, both of you are holding yourselves back, because the twins started out holding themselves back after you let them know how you felt. And I feel like now, in retaliation, you've started to do that with them as well. And I feel like you're right. You're right to do that, because why are you going to try to give love to somebody who doesn't want to give it to you, right? So it says, I can deal with whatever comes my way. So I feel like with this card, Spirit is also telling you to believe in yourself, okay? And to free yourself. I hear Fantasia. I think that's Fantasia that sings that song that says, go ahead and free yourself. That Spirit telling you that it's time to leave this person alone if you haven't already, okay? Because you got somebody else coming, okay? And they showing up as a damn king. They ain't showing up as no page, okay? So this person has water aspects, I feel, as well. Because this is, you know, water, or somebody with water, or, you know, they can be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But when this shows up, this for me is Cancer, okay? So this person may have Cancer aspects, or you may have, or you both may have, okay? So it says at the bottom, I am my own anchor, all right? So this person is, you know, they're healed, they're balanced, you know, they support themselves. And I feel like, you know, you and this person are going to have a meeting of the minds, because you're going to, you know, you're going to be the type of person at that point when the two of you meet up, where you're going to be your own anchor as well. This is about balancing yourself as well. Okay. Then we've got the Six of Wands here. This is Spirit saying that your dream lover is on its way, that it wasn't the twin. It's this new soulmate that's coming. Okay. Bottom of the card, it says, I am proud of what I achieve and I accept my reward. So you also may have a promotion coming, some type of recognition coming with the Six of Wands as well. But what Spirit is telling me specifically with that card is that your dream lover is about to show up, and it's going to be a long-term, stable, and committed relationship if that's what you want. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying the Emperor. Yeah. See, this is about you standing in your independent energy. It's like Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of passion between you and this new person. Okay. And you're also going to be receiving messages from them, you know, through like music. Okay. Let's clarify one more time. Then see, there's your twin flame showing up there too. So, you know, this person is going to come back and try to reconcile with you once they see you starting to move away, or feel you pull your energy away for the final time when you decide to go off with this new person. Okay. So that's what Spirit is telling you by this twin flame card, that the twin flame hasn't gone anywhere. They're still hanging around. They're still hanging in your energy. Even if you've done things to try to get them out of your energy, you try not to think about them. You try not to, you know, interact with them. You know, you try to stay away from them and continue to no contact. This person is still hanging out in your energy, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the card that represents you this week, we have the Three of Swords. If you have Leo placements, you need to watch the Leo reading, because this is the exact same card they got for their placement in their reading. Okay. So the Three of Swords, it says, I see things exactly as they are. So this is talking about third party. It could mean third party, meaning you, the soulmate, and the twin. It can also be you, the twin, and whoever they've got as a third party, because we all know they out there in the streets. They could be married. They could have kids with someone else. But like I said, there's definitely a karmic that they're dealing with outside of this connection. Okay, let's clarify. So we've got the karmic family card. So it is talking about there's somebody in your family, Virgo, that you got to deal with. This is somebody that, because I think I think Virgo got this. I'm not Virgo. Leo got this as well, where, you know, there's somebody, if you say black, this person says white. You know, they are very petty. They pick a lot of arguments with you, and just try to pick you and keep you, you know, keep you in a problem. It's like you'll be in a good mood, and this person will come in out of nowhere and try to start shit with you, that type of stuff. So whoever this is, you know who it is. Spirit is saying that the two of you have come back into this lifetime to sort things out. So for you, it just may be a situation where you just choose to forgive this person and love them from afar. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had to cut out some people and do that same thing to them, because I refuse at this point in my life to have anybody that is not reciprocating what I bring to the table. If they're not reciprocating it, they can't be here. That's my thing. They can't be in my energy. Okay. Because I only have a certain amount of slots, and I'm not letting any and everybody be in there, because that was the problem in the past. Okay. You just letting anybody in. And then, you know what they say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So now, you know, this is about you being more discerning about who you allow into your life and who you allow into your energy, because you're working on yourself, trying to be a better person, trying to be the best person you can be. And so once you get to that level, you can't just allow anybody in. Like this twin, I think you've realized that this person does not have your best interest at heart. They're nowhere near on the same level as you. They don't want to heal. They don't want to be better. They don't want to use the relationship the two of you have to inspire themselves to be better. So they just hanging out, just being who they are. And they think that by watching you and trying to get information on you, they're going to be able to control you and get you back into the old cycle the two of you were playing out. Okay. Let me pull a card. I'm going to pull a card on this and see what comes up for them. Okay, we got two that fell. So yeah, they're trying to gain knowledge about this connection. But I feel like the reason why they're trying to gain knowledge about it is so that they can exploit it and use it for their own good, because it's about control. They just want to control you and be able to come in and out of your life like they used to. That's all it is. Then we've got the self-deception. So this person can't be honest with themselves. They're lying to themselves. They're in denial about how they feel about you. They're not wanting to come to Jesus and realize that they need to heal. They're not looking at, you know, how they fucked up the relationship, because they're still blaming it on you and saying it's all your fault. Okay. So when someone sits in that type of diluted energy, there really isn't anything you can do but to walk away. That's all you can do. Okay. Excuse me. I'm getting over a cold. So, okay. So Spirit is telling you it's time to cut this person out of your life. Okay. If you're wanting to move on, you're ready to move on to greener pastures, you're ready to let stuff go. Spirit is telling you it's time to stop the patterns. Okay. And use this separation to cut this person out of your life. Okay. Then we've got camera. Spirit is telling you to go back in the past and look at the things, the patterns that have occurred in all of your relationships, and not just romantically, because this didn't start with this relationship. It started way back in the past. It was some type of trauma you may have been through, some type of abuse you may have been through, and it could have been anybody. It could have been in school with bullying. It could have been at home. You may have had some bullies living in your house, because you got somebody here with the karmic family card that you got an issue with, that, you know, needs to be dealt with, because just because somebody's your family and you share the same DNA, it don't mean they can't be narcs either. I mean, it doesn't mean they can't be narcs too, because I got some of them in mind. So you can't, you know, just say just because this person is your family, because see, that's some stuff I feel like society tries to use to control people. Because, you know, you'll hear people, like, you'll talk about a problem that you have with somebody in your family, and you'll hear somebody say, but that's your family. And I'm like, so what? Because if they really were my family and they really cared about the relationship, they wouldn't act like that, right? If the relationship was really that fucking precious, they really loved you like they, you know, like they supposed to, there would be no karmic family card, right? You would just be moving on, pushing on, and it would be good. All would be good in the hood. So anyway, Spirit is just telling you to learn from the past, learn from your past mistakes, so you can make different decisions in the present. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to the other side, your persons, we got the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. Okay. So this is talking about your new person. This is somebody that you've shared past lives with. This person has soul recognition. They understand that you are someone from a past life. Okay. Because they're already in love with you. They're wanting to marry you. They're ready to walk down that aisle, sweetheart, or to wait for you at the end of the aisle while you walking down. All right. That's what this is telling me. Let's clarify. Six of Cups and the Four of Wands. Okay, so let's talk about the good stuff first. Well, no, let's talk about the other stuff first, and then we'll end with the good stuff. So we've got a suppression card showing up. This is the twin. Okay, the twin is driving himself nuts, or themselves nuts, herself or himself nuts with this suppression card. They are about to explode, okay, because they've been numbing themselves. For some of y'all, for years, they've been numbing themselves, trying to not, come to you and face the music and tell you how they feel, okay? So this is about them bottling up their emotions, not allowing themselves to think or feel certain things with this suppression card. And then we've got this forgiveness card, okay? Because I told you they walking around mad at you, thinking you did something when it was them the whole entire time with this forgiveness card, okay? So they've got to forgive themselves for falling short, but then that requires, you to take accountability, or this person to take accountability, and they're not very good at that, okay? But we also have the blowing kiss card. This is representing the new person, the soulmate. So it says unconditional love. This is going to be somebody where it's reciprocal. You're both going to be giving and receiving to each other. It's going to be equal love, equal give and take. You're going to have insane chemistry with each other. Okay, a lot of fairness. Okay, a lot of love and a lot of affection being returned. Is the spirit is trying to highlight that. Okay, I see this right here being underlined, returned. Okay, so it's going to be a thing where what you give out, you're going to get it back with this new person. Okay, so when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the Four Swords. Okay, this is like the mini hermit for me. So this is spirit saying, both of you need the time to each other during this separation period to focus on yourselves, to level yourself up enough to, be the best you can be when you get into this connection with each other. Okay, so it says, I take the time I need to rediscover my vitality. Okay, so like I told you, this is mini hermit for me. So it's you going it within, looking at the past, healing the things you need to heal, cutting out the things you need to cut out. And, like I said, stepping into this new energy so you can welcome in this new person. Let's clarify. Sorry about clearing my throat, but I'm at the end of this cold, and it's like, to me, it's like the worst part. Okay, so again, we've got the music. All right, so it says messages received through music and lyrics again. And then we have stillness. Spirit is talking about recommendation to meditate. So it says quieting one's mind and staying connected to one's true self. This will help you through this situation, especially for those of you who are trying to get away from this twin. Okay, and you might feel like the situation keeps pulling you back. Meditation is going to help you to kind of break the chains and move forward. Okay, when it comes to the twin, they're trapped. They feel trapped. They try to move away from you, but part of their karma is still being deeply in love with you while you're walking away. Okay, and they can't understand that. And I feel like they're angry with you, not just because they feel like you were the one that tanked the relationship between the two of you, but also because they don't understand why they can't walk away, but you seem to be walking away. You seem to be doing good. You seem to be thriving because, like I told you, they watching you. Okay. Okay, one more card. Okay, so we've got hammer. So this person has been sabotaging things and then trying to fix them all their life. Okay, this is them. They just persist in this energy. They're not trying to fix what has happened between the two of you, because like I told you, you got to take responsibility to do that, right? So, they're always working on it, always a work in progress, but they never get anything done, is basically what Spirit is saying. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to the outcome card that we have, we've got the Two of Wands. Okay. And it says at the bottom, I focus on what I want and I make it happen. This is the affirmation you need, Virgo, because you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice between this old person, who tried to drag you down in the damn gutter, and between this new soulmate that's coming in, like I said, that's already marriage minded, ready to get down on one knee, thinking about the rings, thinking about, excuse me, where y'all will live, the type of life you will have. This person daydreams about you quite a bit. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay, so this is about you aligning to what it is that you want, is what Spirit is saying. Align yourself to it, and then when the time comes, make the choice on who it is you want to be with. And of course, Spirit is recommending the soulmate. But at the end of the day, you're an adult, and you're all adults, and you can make your decision based on what it is you want. But Spirit is warning you that if you decide to go back through another cycle with the twin, it's just going to be more the same old, and you're just going to end up getting hurt again. Okay, and Spirit is trying to avoid that, trying to keep that from happening to you. Okay. So we've got spirituality. I feel like this is going on. This is what's going on with the new person. Okay, this is somebody that's tapped in like you. They may be an empath as well. This is somebody that listens to their intuition, whereas your twin is running from all things intuitive. They're running. They don't want to have anything to do with that side of their personality. Okay. Then we've got the clock card, needing time, cycles, and takes time to heal, progressing. So that is what is needing to occur at this time. You have to take this time, this separation, okay, when you're separated from the twin and you're separated from the soulmate, to focus on you, to go after what makes you happy, what lights you up, and to heal the triggers that keep popping up in relationships. Okay. And like I said, it doesn't just have to be romantic relationships, it can be any type of relationship. Okay. So you need that time to do that, because you want to step into this new relationship with this new person. You want to step into it the best way you can. You want to show up the best way you can. Okay. You don't want to go into something like, the way the twin treated you. That would be the equivalent. If you didn't heal yourself and then you tried to get in a relationship with a new person, that would be the equivalent. Not of you acting like the twin, but you doing the same thing the twin did. They got into it. They don't want to fix anything, and they just okay with the way that they are. Not to say that you would be okay with the way you are, but you would see, if you got into a connection with this person and you were unhealed, you would see what would be happening, and then you wouldn't be able to sustain the connection. So in order to stop that from happening, Spirit is telling you, heal yourself ahead of time. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages. We're going to start with Spirit and see what they want to tell you. Excuse me. Okay. So we've got affection. Spirit is saying an open display of love and special attention to each other's needs is warranted. Okay. So this is just talking about, you and this person. Remember, it said affection returned. So whereas you were trying to give the twin affection, and the twin was like, whatever, this person is going to be returning exactly what you give them. Then we've got memories, past events and times together are fondly remembered. Okay. So this could be the twin thinking about, the past, and reminiscing, and trying to romanticize it or whatever. But like I said, they're watching you, trying to figure out how to get back into, cahoots, or get back into a good position with you. That's why this is showing up. But it's also Spirit saying with the memories card, go back and look at these memories, and, figure out the things you need to figure out about these situations so that they don't repeat. Okay, now we're going to get some messages. We're going to start with the twin, let them get their crazy out, and then we'll move on to the new person. Okay, so we have, I cannot give you what you want or deserve. I'm sorry. Okay, so this person knows, they know that they're not willing to meet you where you are, or to try to be better, or to level themselves up to get to where you are. So that's why I'm saying it's not important to them that the two of you have a relationship. They just want to, they just want to get it wet. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So we've got, I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. We just talked about that. The numbing, they drinking and drugging, and out in the streets, trying to not think of you while they with somebody else, doing all this kind of stuff, trying to convince themselves that the feelings they feel for you, they can find those feelings with someone else. And then we've got, I cannot be vulnerable with you. I'd rather hide in the darkness before I let you see inside me. Like I told you, this person has massive self-worth issues. They don't think very highly of themselves, even though they like to come out like that peacock. There's a card that says pride and ego, and it's a peacock. Let me see if I can find it so I can show you this card. I think it's in this other deck. But they peacock, and come out like that. But deep down inside, they have horrible, they think very badly. There it is. There it is. This is how they like to come out, right? They like to pretend that this is who they are. All right. But this is what they really feel about themselves. And so, like I told you, they lay in bed at night and wonder why you feel the way you feel for them, because they don't even love themselves. So if they don't love themselves, they don't understand why you have feelings for them. Okay. And someone that's thinking like that, you can't level with them. You can't try to get them to understand whatever. It's like this person is like caught, like it's like they got a fishbowl over their head, right? It's like that, how I tell y'all that magician's tank filled with water, and the person falls into the water and they're handcuffed to the bottom or whatever, or they're handcuffed to the bottom, and then they fill the tank up with water, and you beating on the glass, you trying to tell this person how to get out of the tank, but they're not listening. It's the same thing. That's what they're doing. They're so caught up in their own idea of themselves, and the lies and the masks and all the things that they're doing, that they don't, they can't even hear you screaming at them, and they can't hear you. Okay. All right. Now let's get some messages from the new person. Ooh, they waiting to talk to you. It says new beginnings. I'm ready to start again. I have realized what I was missing in my life, and that's you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and changed who I am. There is no going back, only forward. When I met you, I never looked back. I want to have a fresh new start with you. So this person has been through stuff just like you have. But they've, and I feel like it could be a situation where this person may have given up on love. Okay. And then they saw you and they realized you're the person that they're supposed to be with. And so now they're ready to try it again, and they want to have a new beginning. Okay. All right. So we're going to get some more messages. Okay. Then we've got, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Okay. And then we've got, I can't keep going on without you. So this person is like champing at the bit. They really want to be with you. They're really excited about the two of you coming together. Like I told you, for a lot of you, this person already loves you. They already know who you are. Because like I told you, they saw you and realized, who you were, the soul recognition. And now they're excited and curious and wanting to come together. They're ready to talk to you, to know a lot about you, so on and so forth. But they've been watching you. But they've been watching you for different reasons than the twin. The twin has been watching you so that they can try to control you. This person has been watching you because they're ready to step to you, but they don't want to mess it up. Like I said, they put you on a pedestal. They know you're the love of their life. You're the person they want to spend the rest of their lives with, and they don't want to mess it up. Okay. That's the difference between the two of them. Let me see if I get one more. So we've got, I'm grateful that you came into my life. Okay. So you are a blessing, a complete and total blessing for this person. Let's get one more. We're going to get a Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle card before I let you go. Okay. So we've got very soon. Okay. Okay, Virgo. Spirit is telling you. They're saying be clear about what you want, because within a blink of an eye, it will be yours. So this person is coming in. They coming in quick, fast, in a hurry. So you gotta, you gotta get ready. Go back and do the things that Spirit is recommending that you do. So you're in the prime energy you need to be in to let this person in. Okay. Then we've got vivid dreams. It says pay attention to your dreams. As the connection deepens, your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. Okay. You may be dreaming about this person at night. I feel like they're dreaming about you as well. You may wake up and be assaulted. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but be inundated. Let's try it again. Be inundated with, messages or visions of this person, and vice versa. Okay. All right. Virgo, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Ooh. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on between you and new love, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. So overall energy for this week's reading, Virgo, is the Ace of Cups. Okay, this is talking about a brand new romance. It can talk about a rekindled romance for some of you, because for some of you, the new love could be somebody that you've known from the past in this lifetime that may be coming back, showing up in new energy. But I feel like the Ace of Cups, the reason why it's showing up here, Spirit is mainly telling you to focus on, making sure your cup overflows and loving yourself. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Empress card. This is Taurus Libra energy. It is talking about, getting more in touch with your softer side. So I feel like that's why the Ace of Cups came up too, because Spirit is saying, in order for you to open yourself up, to open your heart, you have to love yourself first. And then you're going to be able to open up your heart to others with the Empress card. Okay. Then underneath this, okay, I see you, Virgo. Here's the Ten of Cups. Okay, so this is about happiness, about family, about you having, all the things with this Ten of Cups. Okay, and then we've got the King of Wands here. Okay, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this is representing your new person. Okay, I feel like they're preparing themselves to come in to this connection. This is going to be somebody very warm, very passionate, very protective of you with the King of Wands, but they're also someone who is very independent as well, which is why you need to be in your independence, as well, because this has to be a healthy interdependent connection. It's not going to be a codependent one like, some of you had with the twin. Okay. Underneath this is the Three of Pentacles. This is what this person wants to bring to you. They want to bring stability to you. They want to bring compromise. They want to bring collaboration. All right. They want to come in and work with you and build a great relationship. All right. And so that for some of you, they're coming in out of nowhere with the Knight of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. They are very curious and excited to be with you, Virgo. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying this Ace of Cups. Okay. So let me get one more card. I just want to make sure. Okay, so for you to clarify this Ace of Cups, we have the Love card. So it's talking about, you learning how to love unconditionally, and unselfishly with no limitations. That's why this Ace of Cups is showing up here. Spirit is saying, fill your cup up so that when this new love comes in, you're able to fully and completely open your heart to them. Okay. All right. We got the twin coming in here, being triggered. I didn't pull this. I didn't ask for this. Spirit is giving this to me because maybe some of you need to hear this, for whatever reason. Like I said, if it needs to come out, it needs to be said, it's going to be said. So this is about your twin being triggered, okay, by this new connection that you have. So I feel like some of you may already be with this person and, you may have thought it was a secret, but it's not. Some kind of way the twin does know that the two of you are together with this trigger card, okay? But this new person is coming in, they may come in with a poker face, but I feel like, they're coming in to take a chance and take a risk. And, they're going to gamble, okay, on this connection because they see you as the one, Virgo. All right. The first card we're going to take a look at represents your goals and desires for this connection, for this relationship. So we've got the Tower, Scorpio energy. What you're wanting is you want your foundations shaken. I feel like you're ready to tear down these old foundations because, the old foundations was what the old connection with the twin stood on. And you realize they were rickety. They weren't, what you needed to sustain the connection. So I feel like you're ready to tear those down, or ready for Spirit to tear those down so you can rebuild in the proper manner. Okay. And it starts with this Ace of Cups, the self-love. Let's clarify. Ooh, you got a lot of cards falling out. So yeah, you're wanting this romance to come in. You have telepathy with this new person. So they may be sending you messages. You may be sending them messages. You may be hearing like random songs being played in your mind, and it could be from them. And Spirit is telling you that all of this is going to happen in divine timing. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, their goals and desires for the relationship, look at there. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. So this person is not playing around, Virgo. They want to marry you. They want some type of higher level commitment. If you don't want to get married, this person does want to make you their life partner. Okay, let's clarify. Excuse me. See, look at there. There's the telepathy card there. Okay, this person I feel like has been working on themselves to make sure that they're worthy for this connection to because I think for a lot of you, this person may feel a little intimidated by you because of the feelings that, you know, the depth of the feelings that they have for you. And so with this worthy card, I feel like this is just them priming the pumps is what I hear, trying to make sure that they sit in the proper energy so they can approach you in the right manner. All right, the next card we're going to take a look at represents where you are in this connection right now. So we've got the Queen of Swords, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This can talk about, you know, somebody who's independent, but it can also talk about somebody who's gone through a lot in the school of hard knocks. So you've learned a lot of things the hard way, okay? The most impossible ways you could learn something. That's how you've learned things, okay? And so I feel like, you know, there's been a lot of pain. You may be divorced, some of you, you know, you could be widowed. It could be something that's, you know, some things that have gone on in your life. But I feel like you're stronger, you know, because of what happened, but also you're on your guard because of the things you've experienced as well. Okay, let's clarify. And so you're in the energy now where you're about to protect, you know, you're all about protecting your energy is what's going on. You're focusing on your mission, what you came here to do in this lifetime. I feel like you know, whatever it is that lights you up, whatever your passions are, that's what you're concentrating on now at this time. Okay. When it comes to your person, where they are in this connection right now or in this relationship, we've got the Ten of Wands. Let's find out why this is showing up. I don't know why I'm stuttering in this energy. I think it's the energy. Okay, there's some regret here. Let me see what this is about. Let's see. Ten of Wands, Spirit. Okay, this person, as I probably told you before, Virgo, this person has been through things. They've been through a connection where they were dragged just like you were, okay? And I feel like this person may have a lot of regrets when it came to that connection, because I feel like they may be kicking themselves or beating themselves up because, you know, they were in it, and maybe in the beginning their intuition was telling them not to you know, venture into the connection, but they did it anyway. And, you know, they got their karma for doing it. Not saying that they did anything wrong, but sometimes when you don't learn you know that sometimes when you don't learn your lesson, it's just like okay, let me give you an example. It's just like some of you that have gone through stuff with the twin. There are people out here who, because you're still in love with the twin, you want to go back and try it again with the twin, even though I feel like a lot of you know consciously that this person is not going to change, or you know intuitively they're not going to change, okay? And so it's like if you go through it again, the first time you went through it, like what do they say? The first time is shame on them, and then the next time you go through it is shame on you. So I feel like the same thing happened with your person. Like they may have been receiving intuitive hits from spirit that they shouldn't have messed with this person, but they decided to be in the connection, and I feel like, you know, they have a lot of regret over what happened, okay? And these burdens, this Ten of Wands here is something that they're learning, you know, that they're working on to heal, okay? So we've got the Four of Cups reversed. So they're trying to come out of this energy. This is talking about them, you know, seizing the day, trying to be proactive, to focus and be self-aware, and you know, have gratitude for the things, the good things that they do have in their life. Because like I said, I feel like, you know, I hear, oh my God, what's that song? I don't know who sings that. I got my mind set on you. I can't remember who sings that song. I can't remember who it is, but that's the song that just came through my mind. So Spirit is saying that this person has their mind set on you, and they're, you know, moving heaven and hell, doing what they got to do to heal themselves, to prepare for the two of you to come into union. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the next set of cards we're going to take a look at, it represents, the first one is representing how you know, let me try it again. what your obstacle is in this connection. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like, okay, first of all, this is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. I feel like you are wanting this connection to move faster. I feel like it's moving too slowly for you because this is the slowest night in the deck. But what you have to understand, Virgo, is slow and steady wins the race. Okay. So Spirit is saying this is what you need, because I feel like, you know, for some of you, or it could be a lot of you, you may have rushed into connections in the past and it ended up blowing up in your face. And so Spirit is saying is now it's time to try things differently and move at a snail's pace. Because think about it, if you know this person is your life partner, if you know where the two of you are headed, right? And you've got this instant attraction, and they're in love with you, you have this instant love for them, you know where it's headed. What's the rush? Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, see, this person brings you a lot of joy. That's why you want to rush, because this person makes you happy. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that, but Spirit is telling you to pump your brakes for a reason, because you notice a lot of times when people rush into connections, that's when you get the stuff where people are like, oh my God, you know, everything just went so fast and now I'm second guessing. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen in this connection, but I feel like you moving slower gives you a chance to acclimate to what's going on, and gives your person a chance to acclimate to what's going on, because you got to remember, you both got out of tumultuous connections with other people who tried to rush in and do crazy shit. Okay. And you were rushing along with them because you were feeling all the feels. They were feeling all the lust. And the two of you were trying to rush on, you know, to what you thought was going to be a long-term connection. And it just ended up being oblivion. Okay. So Spirit is saying, just be okay with the pace that is going. Okay. Or the pace that it will move at, because this person, I feel like, is going to want to be your friend first, not because they don't love you, not because they don't want to get to all the good parts, but I feel like they want the build up to that. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person and what their obstacle is, we've got the Page of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. I feel like this person is trying to figure out the best way to approach you. I feel like they already know who you are to them. They already know that they love you. And I feel like they're trying to figure out, they're planning how to navigate this connection until it gets to this point to where they can give you this love offer. Okay. Because like I said, it's going to start out small, but it's going to grow into something amazing. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. So this person is making sure that they know how to be as lovable as possible, because they want to give you this loyalty like this dog is giving this man, and they want the same loyalty back from you. Okay. All right. So the last two cards that we have here represent the most possible outcome for the future. So we have the Five of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So let me tell you why I feel like this is split like this, because I feel like this Five of Cups is talking about your twin, and the Six of Pentacles is talking about you and the new person. Okay. The new person is going to come in. There's going to be reciprocity, equal give and take. Okay. With the Six of Pentacles, this person is only, because look at this card. Usually in the Six of Pentacles, the person that's giving is usually giving to more than one person. They're giving to two people. But in this card, they're only giving to one. Okay. So I feel like, you know, that's what's going to happen. This person's going to come in, see only you, want to be with only you, and give to only you. Okay. Then with the Five of Cups, this twin is going to see, because I told you, they're already triggered or going to be triggered, because everybody's at a different point in this connection, right? I mean, in this reading. So they're going to be triggered, or they're already triggered, because they can either feel somebody else in your connection. I mean, in your energy. I don't know why I keep saying connection. Feel somebody in your energy, or they've seen you somewhere with this person if the two of you are already together, and they're flipping out. Okay. So with this Five of Cups, this is, you know, heartbreak, breakup, separation, them feeling like, you know, it's all over, you know, they're not going to be able to be with you, so on and so forth. And this could be the breakup, the final breakup, because, you know, they're going to come to you and try to profess and confess their love. And I feel like, you know, a lot of you are going to be giving them the bird, giving them the middle finger. And this is the energy they're going to be sitting in. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this new person is going to come in all about compromise. They want to compromise, work things out, put work into the connection, okay? So that the both of you can see it flourish, okay? A flourish. Okay, we've got the invisible card for you. This is something you need to take a look at, Virgo, okay? Spirit is saying, you sit in the energy sometimes of feeling the need to be seen, feeling worthless and flawed, wanting to feel valued, and always trying to prove your worth. Spirit is telling you with this new person, you're not going to have to prove your worth. This person already sees your value. They already see it. They're already in love with you. For a lot of you, they haven't even come in yet and they already have love for you. So with this invisible card, Spirit is telling you, you're no longer going to have to do this. So whatever you've got with this, whatever happened in the past that puts you in this energy, Spirit is telling you to take a look at it and heal it. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from, we're going to get some more messages from Spirit, then we'll get some messages from your person. Okay. I don't know what's going on. The cards are not wanting to shuffle. Okay, there you go. Oof. Okay, we have integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? I feel like this is the question that you need to ask yourself when this twin comes back. That's what this is about, okay? Then we have addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship. I feel like it's you may have something, the new person could have something, but I feel like this is talking about the twin, okay? That's why, they're going through because see, look, there's the warning card. Don't dismiss the red flags here. So focus on the things you need to take a look at, like this invisible card, okay? And whatever other things that you feel like you need to look at so you don't come in to this connection and self-sabotage, okay? All right. So let's get some messages from the new person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, we've got, I remember every detail of that day. I feel like, at the bottom it says beautiful beautiful moment, excuse me. And I feel like this is talking about, this person, there's going to be somebody, this new person that they're going to cherish every moment that the two of you spend together. Okay. This will be someone, I think I told one of the other signs this as well. This is going to be someone who remembers all the firsts, like the first date, the first kiss, going to remember your birthday, going to remember the anniversary. It's not going to be a thing where, oh, they forgot and all this kind of stuff. This person is going to be on it when it comes to that type of stuff. Okay. All right. Let's get some more messages. Okay. Okay. So we've got, you're the best thing that has ever happened to me. All right. I can't imagine a life without you. Okay. I hear that Tony song in my head, anniversary. I hear it again. I heard it for someone else that I read for, another sign I read for this week. I can't remember who it was. No one understands me like you do. Okay. So you and this person, I feel like you're going to have an effect on each other that nobody else has on either of you. And I also feel like it's going to be a thing of you just get each other. You don't have to explain certain things. It's like you'll be having a conversation and you'll finish each other's sentences. It'll be like a meeting of the minds. Okay. All right. Now we're going to get a romance angel oracle card before you go. So we have our reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your returning to your life. Okay, so this is talking about the soulmate. And then look at the bottom of the deck, past life relationship. Okay, you have known each other before. So this is someone, like I said, you've had, a lot of past lives with, not just, not just this person is not just coming into your life for the first time. This current incarnation. Okay, all right. Virgo, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your new love when it comes to your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. 1 second. Okay. Okay, here we go. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Three of Cups. So this is talking about reunion with your soulmate, okay, which is a past life love. That's why we're talking about reunion and not union, okay? So it's talking about news worth celebrating. So this is going to be a connection where you and this person are going to celebrate, a time for gratitude, all right? And it can talk about announcements of like engagements or weddings, you know, some type of celebration like that. Excuse me. We've got the Eight of Wands here, which can talk about communication. It can also speak of manifestation, things popping off fast. But Spirit is saying that you have too much going on with this card. Okay, so whatever you're doing, if you're overworking, you know, whatever it is you're doing that you're putting too much in, you know, got too many irons in the fire. Spirit is saying that, you know, you're causing yourself undue and unneeded stress by too many different opportunities. So this is about you trying to, you know, balance that out, because balance is also one of the things that, you know, you not being balanced is also one of the things that can hinder this soulmate coming into your life. Like I said, everything has to be just so. Okay. Underneath this, we have the King of, what's this? King of Wands? Yeah, King of Wands. So fire sign is someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your protector. This is the, you know, you're a passionate person, the person who is getting themselves together in order to come towards you, your soulmate. Okay. So this is, you know, the person that you're wanting, and Spirit is going to tell you what you need to do in this connection or in this read and in the next read in order to get them. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Three of Cups. Okay. All right, here we go. To clarify the Three of Cups, we have the Chasing card. If you've got Leo placements, you may want to go and watch the Leo reading, because this card showed up in the Leo reading as well. I feel like there are some of you watching that are still dealing with the twin flame. Okay, so with this card, it's saying chasing, a painful and overwhelming energy of wanting to connect with your twin so badly it consumes you, finding yourself becoming relentless in the pursuit of your twin. So for those of you, I know most of you want to hear about the new love, but in order to do that, we got to get past this first, okay? Because there's somebody here that needs to hear what this is saying. That's why this card is showing up, okay? Just like you wanted to hear it, now it's somebody else's turn to hear it, okay? So Spirit is saying that, you know, you are chasing this person and you see what's happening, right? This is the woman, this is the man. If you're a man, switch the roles, make it fit. If you're chasing this person, the only thing they're going to do is run away. Spirit is telling you that if you want this person to stop running, you have to stop chasing them, because you know everything in life that you chase is just only going to run away. That's like some type of universal law, right? Okay, then we've got the denial card here showing up. This is showing up for, I feel like, the twin. That is why they are turning away and in denial. They don't want to come to Jesus and talk about their feelings and so on and so forth. This person has a lot of ego and a lot of pride. They're very narcissistic at this time. And so because of that, the only thing they're going to do is come back and treat you badly. They want to use you. They want to have you do everything for them that they want, and them not have to give you anything in return. So if you want a relationship like that, Spirit is telling you this is what's going on with the twin, okay? The only way you can stop this from happening is by walking away. And that is what Spirit is recommending that you do, okay? All right, now on to those of you where we're talking about the new person. Let me see if Spirit will give me a card for the new person. Can you give me a card to clarify the Three of Cups for a new person? Okay, we've got special occasion showing up here. So that might be why the Three of Cups is showing up. Okay, this person may be coming in, you know, on your birthday or on some type of other special occasion, or this can talk about y'all celebrating, the two of you committing to each other, or, you know, eventually getting married and celebrating that, okay, or celebrating an engagement. All right. Okay, the first card we're going to take a look at here represents the main theme of the month. Okay, so we've got the World. So this is about, you know, closing out cycles. You are trying to close this cycle out with this twin. I feel like, you know, you're trying to overcome personal challenges and opening up new doors and opportunities for yourself, because the majority of you that watch this want the new love. Okay. This is also talking about a time of accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment. And Spirit is telling you to be proud of yourself. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay. So in order for you to close out this cycle, Spirit is telling you, you got to forgive the twin. Okay. A lot of you don't want to hear that. A lot of you are like, la, 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 whenever I say that. But if you want this new person, you got to get this old person out of your energy as completely as possible. And the one biggest way you can do that is by forgiving this person. It's not giving them a pass. It's not saying that that what they did to you, you know, shitting on you did not. I know it's vulgar. That's what Spirit is giving me. It came. That's why I was stuttering, because I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, I gotta say it the way they're telling me. If you're wanting to get past this and let this person go completely, it's about you freeing up your energy. And in order to free up your energy, you have to forgive them. Like I said, it's not giving them a pass. It's not saying that what they did was right. I am not taking their side and saying that they deserve to get a pass or any of those things. Because some of y'all like to misconstrue what I'm saying, because I'm telling you what Spirit is telling me. But I am in no way on the side of the twin. Okay. I feel like it's disgusting the way these twins have treated all of us. Okay. So with this forgiveness card, see, but let me tell you this. I feel like what I just told you, but I forgave my twin because they're not holding me back from my new person. Okay. If anything holds me back from my new person, it will be something to do just with me. I'm not going to let somebody else stop my person from coming in. Okay. So that's the way I'm looking at it. All right. I want this person that bad where I'm willing to let whatever, bygones can be bygones, because to me, the biggest revenge is going to be for this motherfucker to see me walking around with somebody new. That's, to me, is the best revenge. Okay. So Spirit is telling you, if you want this new person, you gotta forgive them. You gotta let this person out of your energy. And the way you release that energy, the best way to do it is forgiveness. Okay. All right. So next card. This represents the past influences affecting this month. So we got the Four of Swords here. This is like the mini hermit. I feel like you have already started your healing and you're going to continue it this month, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. Or you're being advised to continue it. Okay. So Spirit is saying, you know, the need to take a rest. Okay. Because you got too much going on. Remember, with the Eight of Wands here, this card shows up for me a lot. Okay. And when it shows up for me, it's a warning. So Spirit is warning you that you need to take a rest, because if they showing you this stuff, this is how it starts with this card. So this is about you healing, resting, taking care of yourself, because you see that down there at the bottom, what it says, mental exhaustion. Okay. So whatever you're going through here in this situation, my heart goes out to you, but it's time. You need a rest. Okay. Everybody has to, everybody has their breaking point. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that you're coming close to yours, and it's time for you to pull back some and focus on yourself and take a much needed, mini rest. Okay. Yeah. So you're going through a transformation. Okay. You're letting go of this person. You've been through all kinds of crap that this person took you through, right? This person tried to break you mentally, emotionally. Some of you might have been physically, spiritually. And so you are going through this restoration period where you're trying to put yourself back together, or transformation, because what you're putting yourself, when you put yourself back together, you're not becoming the old person you were. You're putting yourself, transforming yourself into someone new when you put yourself back together. Okay. All right. Okay. The next placement we're going to look at represents the roadblocks for the month. So we've got the Two of Swords. Okay. So this is talking about being unable or unwilling to make a decision. So you're going to have to make a decision about what you're going to do. Okay. Some of you may be sitting at a crossroads and trying to decide if you want to let this twin go for good, because we got that chasing card coming up about the twin. So some of you are still locked in a battle, not physical, not a physical battle. I hope not, but like a mental and spiritual battle with this twin, because you're in love with this person and you're thinking that by chasing them, you're going to get them to come your way. But it doesn't work like that. Like I told you, the more you chase, the more they're going to run. You got to let them go. Also, this Two of Swords can talk about, for some of you, you may be at the crossroads. You may have already met your soulmate, this new person, and the time may be coming for you to make a decision, between the two of them, the twin and the soulmate. So this is about, having your head stuck in the sand, not looking at the red flags, kind of like an ostrich sticking your head in the sand, sitting, this is the shit or get off the pot card. So Spirit is saying that when the time comes, you're going to have to make a decision. This is what's going to be blocking you from what it is you truly want. Because if you want to be in a relationship with that soulmate, you're going to have to make the choice to no longer deal with the twin anymore, because they're going to come to you. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Spirit is telling you to follow your intuition when it comes, time to make this choice, that your intuition is going to guide you. All right. The last card we're going to take a look at represents the possibilities of the month. So we've got the Two of Wands, again, talking about a choice. Okay. You sitting at a crossroads. This could speak of you possibly moving, you and this soulmate being at a distance, you and the twin could be at a distance as well. Like I said, this can also speak of emotional distance. It doesn't just have to be physical distance. Okay. So this is about taking the next step, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams. So this is about you, probably you and the soulmate teaming up, because like I said, this person is not only going to be your lover, they're going to be your business partner. For some of you, they're going to be like your best friend. So this is about you, bringing somebody into your life in the capacity that you've always wanted someone to be there, in your life. And I feel like it's a very big decision. So that's why this Two of Wands is coming up. Let's clarify. Okay. Yeah. Self-care is going to be very important at this time, because that's what's going to help you stay grounded, keep you mentally sharp, make you continue to have that sense of clarity so you can make, really good informed decisions. All right. Okay. So now we're going to take this down and we are going to pull a spread for the new person, for the soulmate. Okay. All right. One moment. Okay. Here we go. Let me give it a shuffle. Okay, Spirit, this is going to be for Virgo's soulmate. What's going on with their soulmate, please, Spirit? Oh. Hold on one second. Okay, so okay, so the first card, the overall energy for your soulmate is the King of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is talking about emotional immaturity. So this can talk about, this person being very emotional, overly emotional, moody, focusing on inner feelings, manipulative, withdrawn. I feel like the reason why this is coming up is because I've told you before, this person has been through something just like you have. And when this happens, you're not going to end up showing up in your, with your putting your best foot forward because you have to heal. So the card that clarifies this is the confidence card. So this is about this person, I feel like, balancing themselves back out so they can show up like this and step into their confidence when it's time for the two of you to come together, because Spirit's not going to let this person come into your life like this. Okay, so for those of you who are freaking out because I said emotional immaturity, this person is human. Just because they're perfect for you, Virgo, does not mean that they're a perfect person. Everybody has issues. It doesn't matter how much someone loves you. It does not matter how good of a person they are. Everybody's got some shit they got to work on this earth. All right. So this person is slacking right now because they were dragged in a connection just like you were. Like I said, I'm sure you're not in your tip top shape either. Right. We just talked about some things that you got to work on. So you got to remember that. Because a lot of us like to sit and say, well, but the person is this and the person is that. But I'm like, you got to look at you too. Because all your guns are not firing like they supposed to be right now, because you just got out of some shit with this person and you're still trying to get yourself together. So you got to remember that when you look at this right here. Okay. All right. So we've got the Four of Coins under that. It's talking about, a scarcity mindset with this Four of Coins. And I feel like I said, the reason this is happening is because this person just got out of something very detrimental. I feel like this person was in a full-blown relationship with someone who did not value them. They may have tried to take their money. They may have, just done all kinds of shit. So this person has to recover, okay? Because I feel like this is their normal mode of operation. This King of Wands here. Fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is talking about somebody very savvy, somebody who makes big moves. They make things happen. This is somebody successful, charismatic, a visionary, very creative. And I feel like I said, everybody goes through stuff. Okay. We all go through tests of faith and all these things that's how we become as strong as we are, like I just talked to one of the other signs. I think it was Leo, about how back in the day when the blacksmith used to beat the metal into and fold it into a sword. The same thing happens when you go through struggles and you go through all this stuff, when you get dragged by people and you get, made to feel like the person don't care nothing about you and all these types of things, because it's about you building yourself up mentally, physically, spiritually, all of these things. And you never know who you truly are if you're not tested. Okay. Struggle. That's how most of us grow, is through struggle. And so you got to remember that when it comes to this person, because this person is human just like you are. Okay. Then we've got the Ace of Coins under here. So this is what this person is wanting to offer you: a new, stable, and grounded beginning. I feel like this is what they tried to offer the last person, and they got their toes stepped on. They got spit on too. They got their heart torn out too. And so they're trying to they're trying to come back from that. Look, they also want to offer you, look, Ace of Wands. This person is like fucking serious. There's two damn aces coming out together. And then their normal energy is the King of Wands. This is somebody that's got lots of options. This person could be with whoever they want to be with. I'm not saying that you're not special too, Leo, but I'm trying to get you to understand that this person is somebody very special. So don't look down on them because they having a moment, because you having a moment too. Remember that. You having one too. And you got to think about how you would want somebody to perceive you, because you're human just like everybody else too. You go through things just like everybody else. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Okay. So now the next card we have for them is the Five of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So it's talking about things improving. So this person is making positive changes. They're learning from what happened between them and this person. And I feel like it's going to be a thing where they may have dropped down a little bit, because of what happened, but it's like a slingshot. It's like they got pulled back in order to come back even better. And I feel like that's what's happening here with this Five of Coins reversed, okay? Because they could still be sitting in it. It could still be upright, but it showed up upside down, okay? Let's clarify. Yeah, see, this person, they want your ass, Leo. I said, look, I got to say it the way I feel it. When I saw this card, that's the first thing that came through my mind. They want you, but it's not just lust. This person loves you this much, and the lust is coming from the love instead of the opposite, like the twin, where it's all lust and they just shoving down the love and don't give a fuck about the love, okay? All right. Then we've got the Six of Coins showing up here. So this is equal give and take. This person wants to value you, care for you, be kind to you, accept you, help to balance you out, help you to heal what you're going through. And I feel like you're going to help this person to heal what they're going through as well. Okay, so this is somebody that's got their head on right, and they really, really do care about you. Okay, so we got the denial card coming out here. All right, it's talking about self-protection by refusing to accept the truth. At this time, they may not be wanting to look at their feelings for you, even though they got love for you, because they are still trying to heal from what this damn person did to them. Their feelings are repressed at this time. So I got to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, right? Hold on. I'm going to pull another card, because I want to make sure this is not the twin coming up, because I don't think it is. Okay. Clarify denial, please. Okay. We got to spend some time together card. I feel like what is going to happen is this connection is going to start off very slowly, because you just got hurt and this person just got hurt. So I feel like both of you are going to be kind of like, how, I'm not calling y'all an animal, so please don't take it that way. This is just an example. You know how when you go to the rescue and you see how people, animals have been mistreated and how they're they're afraid to approach and that type of thing. I feel like y'all are going to be in that type of energy where you're going to be on guard, basically, kind of like Seven of Wands energy. You're going to be trying to protect your energy and kind of side-eyeing each other, even though you have feelings for each other. And I feel like as the two of you spend time together, your person's going to come out of this, and you're going to come out of how you're feeling, because it's about the two of you laying down a new foundation. And I feel like the intuitive sides of both of you are going to help you come out of this and start to trust each other. I feel like your intuition is going to let you know, okay, come on, you can trust this person. They're going to take care of you, because Spirit's not going to push somebody on you after you've been through what you've been through with this twin and, have them, dog you all over again. They're not going to do that. Okay. You have to trust in your spiritual team that they know that what they're doing, because if that was the case, if that was what they wanted to do, they could have just let you stay with the twin and let the twin keep abusing you and just leave you there if that was really what they wanted to do. Okay, for those of you who are questioning that what I just said. Okay, all right, so look where you're headed. Nine of Cups. This person is like I said, they making a comeback. All right, they just got to get their confidence, build their confidence back up, because whoever this was that they were with was similar to what the twin did to you. This person tried to break this person down, okay? And so just like you got to rebuild, they have to rebuild too. So they're going to get back to a point. This is the future card. This is the next card after that Six of Pentacles. So they're even though we started off with the King of Cups reversed, we've jumped to things improving. Then we're moving to giving and receiving with the Six of Pentacles. They still want to do you right, even though they got done wrong. Even though they may be showing up in a less than stellar energy, they still got you on their mind, and they're still wanting to cater to you, still wanting to treat you right, okay? And then look, because you are their wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups, okay? So this is talking about them, you making them happy. You are their wish come true. you know, they want to get together with you and just live the good life is what Spirit is telling me. Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got the. Okay. So this person might be coming towards you. Let me say this first. The twin is showing up. The ghosting card is showing up. Out of sight, out of mind, unable to express feelings in a healthy manner, blocking phone numbers and or social media. This is the twin. So they may be trying to come at you, okay, here, or this could be them trying to get in between the two of you. That might be why this card is showing up here. They might be trying to step in between the two of you, because we're gonna have to talk about that next, Leo, because this person is not gonna go what do they call it? Go lightly. Was it go quietly or go lightly into the good night? You know, when they talk about death in the poetry, I can't remember who wrote that. But this person's just not gonna just walk off like nothing happened. They're not gonna just shake it off. They're gonna try to come in between you and this person. And I feel like your person's person, the soulmate's person, is gonna try to do the same thing. But we're gonna get to that eventually. Okay. So one group of problems at a time, right? So we've got long distance trips showing up here for your person. So I feel like I told you, they're at a distance. Remember, with the two of wands, I told you they could be at a distance. So this person is ready to come to wherever the hell you living. If you're not living in the same, excuse me, in the same place, they're ready to come from wherever the hell they are to wherever the hell you are. Okay. Like I said, this person is like serious. All right. But you got to let them do, you know, what they need to do to build themselves back up. And you need to be doing the same thing. Okay. All right, hold on. Yeah, because this person, in the end, the outcome card is the Eight of Cups. So they're going to be walking away from this emotional maturity. Immaturity is what I feel like, the emotional immaturity, I mean. Once they get their confidence back, they're going to be walking away from the energy they were sitting in and walking away from, you know, that old person. Because I feel like that old person realizes they made a mistake and they're now trying to come back into your person's life. Okay. But your person is doing research on what is happening between the two of you. Okay. They're educating themselves. All right. And then we've got the blowing kiss card. So this is about unconditional love, giving and receiving, which is talking about like Six of Pentacles, which we just saw here, the Six of Earth, and fairness and love and, you know, affection returned. So this person is going to be coming in, walking away from the old, coming in towards you, the new, and giving you all of this. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get a message from Spirit. See what they want to tell you about this connection. Okay. So there's the addiction card. Spirit is saying an addiction is affecting this relationship. It could be workaholic. All right. One or the both of you could be a workaholic. You could be eating yourself up. It could be, you know, not, you know what I mean, food. You could be, you know, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything illicit, but Spirit is telling you with this, you know, with this card, whatever this is, it needs to be dealt with. Okay. Then we've got retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. This is about you going off to yourself. It's like the hermit energy, licking your wounds and getting yourself together to prepare for this new person, because this person is preparing themselves for you. Then we have the trust card. Spirit is saying it's safe to trust this person. All right. They were done wrong, but I told you, they were done wrong and they still are focused on walking the line and doing everything they can to be with you and treating you right. So you got to think about that. Okay. Because this twin, you was treating them right. You was treating them right and they was plotting on how to treat you wrong. So you got to think about that. You got to think long and hard about what I'm telling you. Okay. Then we've got leap of faith here. Spirit is saying it's safe to make the move you're considering. So, you know, they're saying don't be afraid to leap when this person comes in, because they're going to leap with you. All right. Okay. So let's get some. We got some people in here who want to know about the twins. So we're going to have to give a few messages for the twin. All right. Ooh, we don't want that many, but okay. So we've got, I feel overwhelmed. I'm drowning in my own thoughts. This is from the twin. My focus is on my life. I can't be bothered to worry about you. Listen to what this person is saying. Those of you who are still in love and still chasing the twin, listen to what they're telling you. It says, it's difficult for me to process my emotions. I'm not available right now. This person's not emotionally available at all. Then we've got, I'm embarrassed by my actions and feel disgusted with myself. So deep down inside, they know that they're wrong, okay? But it's going to be hell for you to get this person to admit it because, like I said, they're sitting in that pride and ego. Then we've got, look, my pride and ego got hurt, so I wanted revenge. I wanted to hurt you too. This to me is the nail in the coffin, because why would you want to be with somebody whose intent is to hurt you? Think about that, okay? That's for those of you who are contemplating being with the twin. All right, let's get some messages from the new person. Okay, we have illusion. I may be quiet right now, but you are always on my mind. Remember that separation is an illusion. We are always together. We are drawn together by faith. Trust your intuition. I'm working hard behind the scenes to heal and reach out to you soon. Stay strong for me. I'm coming back home. So this person is coming back to you. Okay, remember I told you past life connection. So they are coming back to you because you've done other lifetimes together. Okay. Excuse me, my nose running. Okay. Since we got a bunch of messages from the twin, now we're going to get a bunch of messages from the new person. I didn't know what love felt like until you came along. So like I said, this person may have given up on love because they were dragged by this other person, but I feel like you woke them up to what true love really is because they have true love for you. I'm keeping tabs on you, so this person watches you. No matter how hard I try, my thoughts always sway back to you. Like I told you, they think about you all the time. I keep dreaming about us together, okay? I can't imagine a life without you, and I crave you, okay? All right, so we are going to get some Lovers Oracle cards before I let you go. Oh, they just jumped out. Okay, here we go. So these are the pictures. All right, so the first one says, only time will tell. Then we've got, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. So Spirit is telling you to let go of that old shit, Virgo. Let it go, because you got new stuff, new and better, new and improved and better coming. Okay. All right. I hope this helped, Virgo. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Virgo.